All right, we're going to sketch this rational graph and then evaluate some limits using it. So in this case, I see power of the numerator, degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. So I know that means my horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals 0. My vertical asymptotes, x equals 2, x equals negative 2. My x-intercepts and y-intercepts, my x-intercept is negative 1, 0, where my numerator equals 0. My y-intercept, 0, negative 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and plot everything. Negative 1, 0, asymptote, asymptote, asymptote. Remember, horizontal asymptotes dictate end behavior, not middle behavior, so it's totally okay that I've crossed it. And now, thinking about my positives, negatives on the left side. So I'm going to make my sign chart. I've got x going towards negative infinity, and thinking of my function as x plus 1 over x minus 2x plus 2. I'm going to have negative, negative, negative is going to be negative. So even though it's going to be closer and closer to 0, it's going to be a negative value, so I'm under the asymptote. I know I'm not crossing again because my only x-intercept is here. I believe that this one's going to go this direction, but let's think about it. So close to negative 2, coming from the right-hand side, I'm going to have negative, negative, positive is going to be positive overall. So positive, I'm going to come down and hit, and then I must go to negative infinity because I don't cross the x-axis again. On this side, I suspect I'm going to be all positive, 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 and that's true. So I know I don't cross the x-axis again because I had only one x-intercept. So once I know a positive value or a negative value, I know where I'm going to be. Let's look at my limits. So now I'm looking at x going to 2 from the right-hand side. So approaching 2 from the right, I'm approaching 2 this way, so following my graph, I'm going up towards positive infinity. So that limit, positive infinity. Approaching negative infinity, so following my graph towards negative infinity is this way, and that gives me 0. So I care what the y value is getting closer to. I know it's going to be negative, but it's going to be a negative value that's really close to 0. So I say that as I get closer to negative infinity, I'm getting closer and closer to 0. And I don't have to say here that it's a negative value, but we know from our graph that it is a negative value. Now I've got approaching negative 2, but from the left-hand side. So getting closer to negative 2, following my graph, but on the left side, that's taking me down to negative infinity. Approaching negative 2, but now coming from the right-hand side. Let's go light blue with that one. So now I'm getting closer to negative 2, coming from the right-hand side. Means I'm shooting up towards positive infinity. And that's how we evaluate limits.